Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back to the What Era Are We In podcast. And this week we are on episode 22.
22. Ooh.
Slay. We are going to cover a very iconic artist, someone who I feel has been a big force in the hip hop and R&B industry and in the acting industry for quite a while.
Yeah.
And that is none other than Childish Gambino, or better known as Donald Glover.
I know him from Community.
I love Community. Community is so fucking good.
So funny.
But also, I actually knew him more as an artist before I watched Community. So, I was like, oh my God, he's so good.
The way I sort of knew him as This Is America, then Community, then Childish Gambino.
Right. So you got into Childish late.
Yeah.
In the game, Slay Queen. I have been listening to Childish Gambino.
Literally this week.
I love that. But like the first time you'd actually really heard of him was probably.
Well, I've heard of him.
But like,
I heard like This Is America, but I hadn't listened to any of his albums or songs.
Yeah, right.
And 3005.
Oh, of course, an iconic song. I think my first song I ever heard of his was maybe Heartbeat. I think very early on. Actually. No, it was Heartbeat. I was going to say Freaks and Geeks, but... Oh, people outside going crazy.
Going cuckoo.
Love that. Well, have you got a question of the week?
Yes.
For Childish?
I did. No, I forgot. Yeah.
I'll go first
You
then.
go first, girl.
Did you... Okay, so my question is to do with the first album, Camp. Did you ever go to camp? And if you did, what was your favorite activity?
I did go to camp every single year. It was fun. But I feel like as the chubby kid, like it was never like that fun, you know? Like I was terrified of the canoes. I also don't know how to ride a bike. So like bike riding.
Yeah.
I don't know how to ride a bike. I've ridden a bike once in my life.
My favorite fucking activity was lunch.
You on lunch duty. My favorite
bitch.
activity was high ropes. I love doing the high ropes.
Slay Queen.
It's like when you have like the ropes and you go up and down the thing and do the flying fox and
sort of like
whatnot.
parasailing and shit.
Yeah.
Slay Queen.
I liked that. That was really fun. Wait.
I don't even know what my favorite was. Probably something that didn't have to do with me being physical. Probably archery.
I was going to say we did archery too and I loved archery.
Archery was really slay.
Archery was really good.
Loved that.
Yeah.
What's your question? Do you remember it yet?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
So, Childish has announced that he's finished working as Childish. This is it.
This is it.
What do you reckon's coming after this?
Definitely more acting. I think we've realized now that I would say he's more of an actor now, like, than he wants to make music. I think he's more interested in that. I definitely think he'll still make music, but I think it's going to be very much like this new record that's like very soundtrack based.
Yeah.
Which, like, don't mind that because usually that means there's a whole theme towards an album. Excuse me. Whole theme towards like an album and everything. So not like the maddest at that, but I think that's probably why. And I think like, you know, I've watched a few interviews of him saying like, you know, I think the character has like run its course. That is Childish Gambino. And I think he's a big enough name now that people more reference him as Donald Glover. You know, I think so. Like I hear people say Donald Glover all the time. And then like, you know, you'll go like, oh, Childish Gambino. And so I feel like him moving into the new space of just him being just himself is great. Do you actually know how he got his name, Childish Gambino? So funny. He decided to be a rapper. He went on Google, typed in Wu-Tang rap name generator, typed his real name, Donald Glover, in, and it came up with Childish Gambino, and that's how he got his name.
Iconic. I love that.
I think that's fantastic.
What
and
a great name.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino is a great...
Sometimes they be spinning out the weirdest things on those word generators.
Oh my God. I don't even remember what mine was, but
like,
it was wild.
I could imagine it coming out with Cookie Monster 650 and stuff like that, you know?
Do you have
Do I have?
your phone?
Yes.
Should we do the generator?
Random name generator? Yeah.
Do the Wu-Tang one that he has.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang rap name generator.
Wu-Tang. What's Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang Clan. Oh my God.
What's that?
Elise. The Wu-Tang Clan from the, like, they were like a 90s rap group.
Is this it? It seems very Dodge.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So you go first. You type in your full name.
My full name, middle names and all.
I don't think middle name,
Okay.
but the first and last. Let's see.
Wacko Commander.
Wacko Commander.
Oh, yeah.
I love that for you. What's
It's
me?
Ben Bradley. All right. You are. You can read that out.
Where is it? Oh. I'm a shrieking professional. Honestly, amen. I love that.
You be shrieking.
I do be shrieking. How my demons look.
Here
But
I am.
yeah, so actually the podcast today is going to be Shrieking Professional.
And Wacko Commander.
So
We're taking over.
Ben and Elise are taking the week off.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be us this week.
Yeah.
Shrieking and Wacko.
Wacko shrieking.
I love that.
I love it.
Well, without further ado, let's dive into Childish because I'm very intrigued to hear what you think about these albums.
As if he got such a good name on the generator, and we got Wacko Commander
And he got
Shrieking
If you
Professional.
type in that, you type Donald Glover into that thing, it comes up with Childish Gambino.
Does it come up with the same thing each time?
Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
So I'm just gonna be forever Wacko Commander. Yeah, I am.
You're like, damn it. Yeah, if you type Donald Glover, it comes up with Childish Gambino, which is awesome.
It does.
How crazy. I love that.
Cuckoo bananas.
I think that's great.
I think that's great.
That's a fun and fresh vibe. That generator was like, thank God someone got famous with this name because now we're making bank. Alrighty, let's dive into Camp, album 1. I'm actually, before we do, I'm so sad in a way that he has so many amazing songs that are just on singles.
Yeah.
Like This Is America is a fucking bop. Freaks
Yeah.
and Geeks. You've got Feels Like Summer and Summertime Magic are also great songs. And then there's an EP that we didn't do that has Sober on it, which I also love that song. Do you know Sober?
Maybe.
And now that it's over, I'll never be
Yes.
so.
Yes.
Oh, such a good song.
Yeah.
So like, you know, a bit sad of those,
What's
but
the song where he goes, it's like a rap part. Stop it like it's nasty. Ooh, I'm sending on it nasty. Oh yeah, it's Childish Gambino and drop it like it's nasty. What is that song?
that's Bonfire. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is it? Slay.
Bonfire? Yeah.
Slay.
Yes. I was like, hang on. Yeah, no, it's definitely Bonfire.
Yeah.
Which we will be talking about. Well, it's in the album, one
Yeah.
of the albums that we're talking about today. Freaks and Geeks, though, was an iconic song. And I did think about putting this in, adding it in because it's technically on one of the deluxe editions, but it's not on the streaming deluxe, so I didn't. But it's a really iconic song. If you've never listened to Freaks and Geeks, highly recommend. It was
That just reminds me
peak Community era.
there was this reality TV show that Australia had called Geeks, Beauty and the Geek.
Beauty and the Geek.
That was such a good reality TV show. That was my favorite.
Need is a beauty and a geek.
That was not the intro song.
Should
But
have been.
it was so good in the past. Like, it was 10 out of 10. And then they brought it back and had Sophie Minogue. Is that her name? No, Sophie.
Sophie Monk.
Yes, Sophie Monk be the host of it. And it turns so shit. So
Isn't
bad.
she the host of Love Island now?
Maybe.
I think she is.
Slay.
Slay. I don't really watch those shows.
I love those shows.
I know. It's just not like my.
I love dumb, pointless TV.
Yeah. I like some of it.
I love all of it.
Yeah. Slay Queen. Well, Camp. So this record came out November 15th, 2011. So how old was I? I was in grade 7, I want to say. And I was like, I want to say like 11,
Yeah.
around that. Something like that.
I was 8.
Like 11 or 12. Wild.
I was a child.
That's crazy. No wonder you didn't listen to this album. I listened to this album when it came out. I loved this record. This album.
When I was 8, I was listening to ABBA, and I was listening to Kylie Minogue, and I was listening to Delta Goodrum.
I was similar to you around that era. And then when I got to, I want to say like 10 or maybe 11, I got introduced to Nicki Minaj. And that was my introduction to rap music. because I used to hate rap as a kid. I used to think it was the worst genre. And then, after Nicki Minaj, I was like, oh my God, I love this.
You're a Nicki fan.
And then I got into every single rapper on the planet within a very quick time period. Like I wanted to know everything about the rap industry. So yeah, no, this was like around the time that like Nicki came out. So I was like definitely discovering this around that time, maybe like a year late, but iconic record. This went number 11 on Billboard. No certifications, no awards nominations. 3 singles, Bonfire, Heartbeat, and Firefly. And no features and 13 tracks.
Love.
What did you think of Camp?
This is my favorite Childish Gambino album.
It's
Point
a good
blank,
record.
period. I love it because it's almost like it kind of is like a musical, but like not like vibes. And it's like a little bit of jazz, a little bit of like funk, a little bit of like hip hop. It's like a really fun album.
Very good record.
It is hands down my favorite.
It's very good. I really like this record a lot. It's there's just so many peaks and valleys in this record. Like, you know,
That's
like
it.
you've got like really hard rap, like really intense. Then you've got like sort of these like sad, more like dance electronic songs. And then you've got like, as you said, like the jazzy influence songs. And you've got these really smooth R&B tracks as well. Like it's so good. It really, anyone could listen to this record. I'm sure you'll find something in this album that you like. Unless you're a country fan. Because, you know, he doesn't do that. But everything else, I feel like he really covers all bases. And it's very, very interesting.
I love this album. When like we said we were going to do Childish, I was like, okay, I feel like I'm not going to like any of this because it's giving
It's very
experimental.
He's experimental rap for sure.
So then I was like, okay. So I sat down and I listened to Camp and I was like, okay, Childish.
You're like, I fuck with
Okay,
this.
Mr. Glover, I get it. I like this.
I literally love this record, and I can't believe this record wasn't even nominated for a Grammy. Because to me, this album is like Grammy worthy. Do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first this week?
You go first, doll.
Alrighty. Well, number 5 for me on Camp is Sunrise. Number 4, You See Me. Number 3, Heartbeat. Fucking love that song. This song was like such a big song for me back when I was like 13, 14.
Really?
The I wanted you to know whenever you are around, can't speak. Oh, it's so good. That drop, the do-do.
Yeah.
It's so good. Number 2, this song, I forgot this song existed. I haven't listened to this song in like,
Did you
I
get
want to say
chills?
8 or 9 years.
You get these goosebumps every time you go around it?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I brought this up to you the night when we were hanging out. We actually went and saw Bob the Drag Queen the other night.
Yeah.
And we were walking there and we were talking about the Childish, like we were talking about like we're doing Childish and that. And I was like, I just listened to Camp and I listened to a song that I haven't listened to in so long, and I forgot how good the song is.
And he kept talking to me about it, and I was like, shut up, don't talk about it now.
I was like, I won't tell you the song, but it's Backpackers.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about this song, and it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so fucking slay.
She is a good one.
It's not my favorite because, like, by a long shot, possibly my favorite Childish Gambino song of all time is Bonfire. I fucking love this song so much. Have you watched the music video of this song? We need to watch that when we finish the podcast today.
Okay.
It is one of the coolest music videos I've ever seen, and I can't explain it to you if you haven't seen it because it's such a mind fuck.
Oh.
Like, it's one of those music videos that, like, you're watching it and you're sort of like, I don't understand what's going on until the very end, and you're like, oh my God. So I'm sure if you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go and watch the video to Bonfire because it is a really interesting music video.
Okay. I probably still won't understand it by the end of it.
It's pretty self-explanatory at the end.
Okay.
You understand it at the end.
Okay.
But yeah, Bonfire fucking slaps. Like, it is an insanely good song. But yeah.
Agree.
What are your top 5s?
My top 5. My number 5, Liz.
Oh, I couldn't work out if it was like Les or
Le.
like lay.
Or like the French le.
Yeah, and I was just like,
Liz.
I think I'm gonna call it less.
Less.
Sure,
Sure, Jam.
sure, Jan.
Number 4 is All That Shine. Number 3 is That Power. Number 2 is Heartbeat. And number 1 is Firefly.
Interesting.
I really like this song.
I like that. Firefly was good.
Firefly. It's so good.
Firefly. I love that.
I love it.
Bottoms. Number 3 is That Power.
Wow.
Sorry. Number 2 and 1 are not in yours, so don't worry. Number 2 is Letter Home, which I actually really liked this, but it's like an outro to All That Shine.
Yeah.
So I put it in the bottoms, even though I really enjoyed it, because I was like, well, how am I going to choose? Because they're all so good. But my least favorite by a long shot is Kids.
Oh, you hate Kids.
Fuck
them kids.
I didn't love this song, to be honest. It was the one song that I feel like hasn't aged, the best. Like production-wise as well. It's very 2010s coded.
Love.
So, but I mean, I still love the whole record. I need to get Camp on vinyl. I don't know why I don't own it on vinyl yet, because it's a great record.
Just being a silly goofy goober.
I need to hear it.
Yeah. My bottoms, honestly, they're not even bottoms. They were just like, okay, we'll just chuck her in there, I guess. My not a fan is Hold You Down. My skip is Sunrise. And my erase is You See Me.
Really?
Yes.
You See Me is Bob. I love You See Me.
I like them all. This is an album where I
course.
actually like all the songs. Like, it was hard for me to pick.
I'm glad that you found an album of his that you really liked. Like, I know that there's going to be albums you're going to go like, but like,
what is this?
But I'm glad one of the records really resonated with you, because he's a very special artist.
It's also very like Kanye coded, this album.
Yeah, early Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, like, what artist that's coming out of the 2010s onwards wasn't inspired by Kanye?
Yeah.
Like, in the rap game, to be honest.
Yeah.
He just really has been. Like, every single time I watch a rapper that's like a current rapper and they talk about influences, it's every single time I was influenced by Kanye, especially the 808s and Heartbreaks album, which had like Heartless, Love Lockdown, all those songs. Yeah. Everyone says that album was genius.
Yeah.
So like, or Graduation, of course, an iconic record. But yeah, no, doesn't surprise me that Childish is one of them as well.
Yeah.
Let's move on. To album 2, Because the Internet. This album came out December 10th, 2013. It went 7 on Billboard. It went gold. No awards nominations, had 4 singles. 3005, which went 64 on Billboard, which I can't believe that song didn't go higher. Because I remember
it went popular later
that song being a massive hit.
I feel like it got more popular later on.
Yeah. Crawl, which went 86 on Billboard. Sweatpants featuring Problem, which I'm also surprised wasn't even on Billboard, because I remember that song being huge. Telegraph Ave featuring Lloyd was the 4th single, which I remember that song from Grand Theft Auto 5. It played on the radio stations of Grand Theft Auto. And I used to fucking play that game, and I used to, every time that come on, I'd be like, oh, I love this song.
You'd be up in GTA stealing those money from the banks. And
because like Childish was like one of the artists I knew, so whenever it would come on the radio station, I'd be like, oh, good, Childish Gambino's on. 5 features on this record. You have Chance the Rapper, Lloyd, Problem, Janae Aiko, and Azealia Banks, which is just insane to see her name anywhere besides her own music.
Yeah.
And this album
is he part of the list?
Probably. I haven't probably looked at it. When we do an Azealia Banks episode, which has to happen one day, I will go through the list.
We'll go through the list, okay.
We will name them, and maybe we'll put them in a countdown and do who's the most iconic person that she's had a beef with, and who's like
Australia.
The nobody.
Was number 1.
They're definitely up there. 19
Imagine having
tracks.
beef with the whole country.
She has beef with probably more than just Australia, babes. I'm sure she probably has beef with the shopkeeper down the road from her house.
Yeah, period.
And I love that for her. I think that's great. You keep doing that, Azealia. I want her to.
Yeah.
19 tracks on this record. So bigger record than Camp. This was definitely like a record. What did you think of Because the Internet while I grabbed the vinyl? Because I have a vinyl.
Look, I had such high hopes with Camp, and then I felt my hopes just drop more and more as the albums came along with how much I liked
Also,
them.
iconic album cover.
Yeah. But I did like a couple of songs on there. Like, I liked the more hip-hop-y, like, fun songs.
Yeah. This is, I believe, just black vinyl from memory. Yeah. Slay Queen.
Cute.
But good record.
Yeah, that's forever what he looks like in my brain from the, like...
This album cover is iconic.
Yeah.
This is a very, like,
When
album
people
cover.
like say Childish Gambino, that's the photo that comes to brain.
Slay.
Yeah.
That one or the next album. Even though it's not a picture of him, I just think of
Oh,
that album
really?
cover. It's very
Random.
iconic. The
Yeah.
blue. Yeah, it's an iconic album cover. But this one definitely... I just remember this album cover was controversial because of how stoned he was.
Oh, really?
Like, he's so stoned.
He's got lip gloss on, I swear. He's got them pink lips.
Yes.
It's giving Rare Beauty happy.
Rare Beauty happy.
He does look pretty
love
stoned.
it.
But oh well, who isn't?
I love it for him. At the time, though.
Right.
Yeah. What is your... Oh, I haven't even
Tops.
said what I thought about this record.
Yeah, go on.
I love this record.
Slay, good to know. My tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really love this record. This was like, I think, even though like Camp I listened to, this was like the first record I think I majorly deep dived in of his. And there was like obviously all the features, besides Problem, who I don't really know very well, but the rest of them, like, I know these artists. I like these artists. And I think this album was definitely like,
They don't like those artists.
oh my God.
There
That
was,
was
like,
like
a
the
car
longest.
tooting.
That was the longest car
Toot.
beep I ever heard.
I know.
But yeah, no, I really just like loved everything about this record, and yeah,
Love that.
and it's to me one of the most iconic records of the 2010s.
Love that for you.
So, slay. Your top 5.
My top 5s. My number 5 is 3005. It would be higher, but I feel like it's so overplayed.
No matter what you say or what you do.
Like I hear those like dun
alone
dun
around
dun, and I'm like, like I tense up almost, but in a good way. Like I get into the song and I like it.
There's a really amazing remix of 2005 on that EP that Sober's on, and it's a really chill version of the song. So good.
Love. Number 4, The Worst Guys.
Which hence the rapper.
Yeah. Number 3, Party. Number 2, No Exit. And number 1 is Life, you know how it's like.
Oh, the oldest computer. Oh no, Life, the biggest troll.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slay.
that's my number
Very interesting top 5.
Yeah.
Very left of center. I love that for you. Mine's very different to yours.
Of course.
Number 5, Telegraph Avenue featuring Lloyd.
Yeah.
Purely from GTA. I listen to that song all the time. In Oakland. Oh, so good. For Earth, the oldest computer featuring Azealia Banks. I love this song.
Of course
I
you
love
do.
her too. But like, this song is really good. Like and now I just want to live forever. It's so good. I think
It's just too catchy in my eyes for me.
fair. This is like, I remember I used to listen to the song so much when I was like, it was like around that era, like 2013, 2014. Such a good song.
Fair.
Number 3, 3005. This song is iconic as fuck. Number 2, this song, I never really paid attention to this song when this came out, but when I listened to this again, I was like, I can't believe I never like really got into the song because the song slaps. Crawl. This song is so good. It's such a bop and I love it. But the number 1, like hands down, one of the most iconic songs of his career, Sweatpants, featuring Problem, is such a banger.
Really?
I love Sweatpants.
That's so random.
But really,
of you.
are you eating? No.
That's so random of you.
I love that song.
I love that song.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for beginners in that EMO. I
go
love it.
on.
It's so good. I love that song. I fuck up that song. When I hear the start of it, the din, 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 din. Oh, it's so good. I love it.
Period.
What a bop.
My bottoms. My not a fan
Sweatpants.
is Earth.
The oldest computer.
Yes.
Shook.
My skip is Pink Toes.
With Janae.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I think they sound lovely together, but
I love
this
Janae,
is just
okay.
not it. And then my eraser is Playing Around the Stars
Slay. Slay Queen.
because it's just like the ding-a-lings, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is quite different to yours. 3, Zealots of Stockholm. Free Information is number 3. Interesting song. It's
Okay.
just sort of there. Number 2, Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't a huge fan of that one. My least favorite was The Party.
Oh, stun.
So it's but I didn't really like The Party, to be honest. I wasn't, especially there's a song before it's like Getting Ready for the Party or some shit like that. What's it called? Playing Around Before the Party Starts is the song before it. And I was listening to it. I was like, well, the party's obviously going to be like a bop because like he's got a song that's introducing it. And I just listened to it and I was like,
You just can't get around it. You're just not one of the girls. You're not invited to the party now.
thank God. Honestly, I'll go fucking play around with the oldest computer.
I'm at a party with
And
Childish
your pink
Gambino and you are playing around with an old computer. Sounds good.
And those pink toes. And the sweatpants.
Ooh, yeah, get those pink toes out of them sweatpants.
Get those pink toes out of those sweatpants.
Yes, get them out, bitch.
Iconic. Well, with that being said, let's move on to album 3, which is Awaken My Love.
I'm awake, don't worry.
Good. This record, I remember this record coming out and being like, this is the wildest record from Childish because
I actually do remember this coming out.
this album, like, the 2 albums before were so heavy rap. And this was so not that.
Yeah,
And
it's so not.
It's so not that. And it has probably the most iconic song of Childish Gambino's career, which is Redbone.
I would say This Is America is the most iconic.
Well, it's a Grammy-winning song.
This Is America.
Yeah, I think it won Song and Record of the Year at the Grammys, which is amazing.
In my
as
eyes,
it deserves.
the most. But it's not really, it doesn't give Childish Gambino vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even though it is.
I was listening to This Is America on the way here and I was like, oh my God, I forgot how good this song is.
Such a good song.
The video is amazing.
I had to do an essay on it.
Really?
Like on the music video.
Says this in the music video.
Is she?
Yeah.
When?
She's at the end of it.
Really?
You know when he's on top of the car and he's dancing on top of the car and they pan out and there's all the cars around him?
Yeah.
She's the girl sitting on the car. That's SZA.
Oh my gosh, I have to rewatch it. I haven't watched it since
You're
high
like,
school.
I want to. She's in it for like a second.
Actually-
actually, she's not. But she's just literally sitting on a car watching him dance.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah. So,
But then he's in the video for Garden.
oh, cute.
So they did like each other's videos, which I think is really
Love that.
cute.
They got
Yeah.
the managements talking.
Yeah, Childish has been in a few music videos. He was in 2 of Janae Aiko's videos too. The Pressure and Bed Piece, which he's a part of Bed Piece. Like he's in that song.
They
But
be
anyway.
fucking.
But yeah, I love that. I can't wait for a Janae Aiko episode. It's gonna be so zen.
What was the there's a song and Connor was like to me, you know, I was deep diving through like all these albums, blah blah, and I found this really good song by Janae Aiko and I was like, okay, what is it? And it's like her most popular song. Like what's the
Sativa.
Is that how it goes? No, let me search it up.
Why are you acting so complicated? I know you will need. She has so many good songs.
Stay Ready with Kendrick.
Oh, gotta stay ready.
Yeah, and I was like, I know this song, Connor. And I was like, it's the first song that Connor's ever shown me that I actually know.
I love that. I love that song.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
It is a good song. I have something in my eye.
Janae is so slay though. She's like the most beautiful
quite.
little zen. She's so stunning. She's like the most beautiful little zen girly. And I got to see her live a few years ago and she was so good.
Oh wow, she does give like little baby doll.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know who she's with, right?
Who?
She has a child with Big Sean.
Really?
They're still together, I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Yeah, she's with Big Sean.
Random.
So Big Sean's been with Ariana and Santana from Glee. Well, what's Naya Rivera, that's her name.
Yeah.
And then Janae Aiko. So
Wow.
he's been pulling.
He's been pulling.
They're all stunning.
He's like Pete Davidson.
They are all stunning. So
They
good
are.
for him.
Good on him.
Good for him. Awaken My Love was released December 2nd, 2016. This went number 5 on Billboard and is a platinum record. It was nominated for Album of the Year and Best Urban Contemporary Album at the Grammys. Pretty good. 3 singles, Me and Your Mama, which was 68 on Billboard, Redbone, of course, 12 on Billboard, and Terrified.
Random.
No features and 11 tracks. What do you think of Awaken My Love?
It's not my type of vibe, but it's a good album.
It's good. It's vibey. It's a
Yeah.
very, like, to me, a record that I'd put on in, like, the background of, like, if I'm doing something where I just, like, want some, like, good vibes behind me. It's very zen.
It's giving like you're in a bath with candles.
Yeah.
And you're like eating something really like
Drinking wine.
drinking wine, eating pasta.
That's good.
Fuck up a pasta.
Oh, I could fuck up a pasta right now. Oh my God, why'd you do that to me? Oh my God, I'm so hungry now. Anyway, I agree with you. I really like this record. I just like, it's not the record out of his that I would immediately go and play.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the one that I go like, oh my God, this
He's
record
so
is
real for
it.
that.
I do think this record is great though. Like, I think it's very, it's different and like very brave of him. Like, if you look at the 2 records he put out previously,
yeah.
to put a record out like this, especially when you have diehard like rap fans,
Yeah.
kind of a brave and bold move.
For sure.
Because it's so not that.
Yeah.
But
Agree.
Slay Queen, what are your... Oh, no, it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Number 5,
Yeah.
Stand Tall was my number 5. Number 4, Me and Your Mama. I really fuck with this instrumental. It's so good.
It's a pretty one.
I love it's a great intro. Like that. It's so pretty. But number 3, Boogeyman. Na, 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 na. Oh, it's so good. I love that. 2 is Redbone because it's iconic. But by far my favorite song is definitely Terrified. I think the song is beautiful.
Slay. I
It's
love
a
that.
really good song.
My 5 are a bit rogue. It's a bit of everything, not gonna lie. My 5th one is Riot. My 4th one is Terrified. My 3rd one is Have Some Love. My 2nd one is Me and Your Mama. And then my number 1 is Redbone.
Slay Queen.
Because it's the most, like, mainstream song.
Yeah. Yeah, so real. My bottoms, 3 is Zombies.
Zombie. What is the sample at the start of this song?
I need to hear it again. my
There
God.
is the start of this song sounds like it's a sample.
I can probably find that out for you.
I'm pretty sure it's Zombies.
Number 2 for me is The Night Me and Your Mama Met. And my least favorite is Have Some Love. So
Well, we're both going to be sort of at the same. My number 1 is California. I'm not a fan. My skip is Zombies. And my get rid of is Stand Tall.
slay.
I swear there's a sample in it.
It's in Zombie, right?
I'm pretty sure it's the start of Zombie. Like, pretty sure.
Let me find out.
If not,
No, it's Riot. It has a sample of Good to Your Ear Hole by Funkadelic.
I'd have to double check afterwards, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Because if I type in, we've got time. So, Zombies sample.
Yeah.
Was listening to the album, something sounded familiar. I think.
What's Reddit saying?
On the purpose of remote. Yeah. Apparently, it's so. It samples. It says it's a sample from Macintosh. That's just a Diana Ross song that's been slowed down called "It's Your Move."
Oh, I'll have to double check if it's that song or not. But
So,
one of the
but
songs
he
started.
doesn't credit it as a sample, but apparently people are pretty certain that's what it is. So go off. Love that for him.
He better not be ripping off Diana Ross.
Yeah, girl.
You do not want to
do not
fuck with
wanna-
her.
You do not want to fuck with Miss Ross. Let's move on to album 4. This record is interesting because this record was originally called March 15, 2020.
Yes.
It is now called Ada Vista because it's been reissued. It was
it
originally released March 22nd,
And it had all the
2020.
numbers and the dots. And
Yeah, everything was timestamps and dates.
Yeah, and you would listen to a song, like you'd listen to the album, you go, oh, I did like that song, and you'd be like, which fucking song is it, girl?
It also originally, yeah. So this album originally came out March 22nd, 2020, is now been re-released on May 13th, 2024. So the old record you actually cannot listen to anymore, the time-stamped one, which sad in a way, but also good. This album went 13 on Billboard when it was originally called March 15, 2020, but when it was reissued, went 62 on Billboard because it's an older record. So I don't think it's going to chart high.
Yeah.
It's a record that people already know, except it had one added song. No awards noms, has 3 singles, Time featuring Ariana Grande, Psilocybe, which...
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Psilocybe, Millennial Love, featuring 21 Savage, Inc. and Kaja Bonet.
Were these singles when they first came out?
Yeah, those came out. And then Sweet Thing. So without Summer Walker. Now it's with Summer Walker, but it was originally not. 6 features on the new version: Ariana Grande, 21 Savage, Inc., Kaja Bonet, Summer Walker, and Young Nudie. And it's an 11-track list album. This album, when it came out originally, had one of the timestamps was Feels Like Summer, which is no longer on Ada Vista.
Oh.
So we couldn't add it today, or else Feels Like Summer would have been like number one. I love that song. That's also an iconic music video. He's really good for this music videos. The video for Feels Like Summer is a cartoon of him walking down a street, and every time it pans away, there's all different rappers on this same street doing different things, and it's like you've got to watch it and try and go like, oh, that's that person, that's that person, that's that person. It's really interesting.
Cute.
Really good music video. And yeah, it's just a really chill, beautiful, summery song that I just love. And it was originally actually
Here's some lore.
Here's some lore on this shit. That song was originally made for a film that he did called Guava Island, right? And that was also the same era as Summertime Magic. I believe This Is America was also a part of that, sort of like it was around that time. And Guava Island was a film that he made that co-stars Rihanna. So best believe I watched that. I watched the shit out of that film. And there's the biggest troll of all time because obviously people were waiting for a new album from Rihanna and still are. And when he made that film, there's a part where he's singing at her. She doesn't have any vocals at all in this movie. And there's a part where he's singing at her and then she goes like, okay, you're so silly. And then she like walks away and she's walking and the camera's just on her and she's walking down this like path and her mouth opens like she's about to sing and everyone's like, and then immediately he like pops up behind her and starts singing at her and then it just like,
oh my gosh, I need to watch this movie.
And it's the funniest shit because everyone made memes of like, just as Rihanna was about to sing, he fucking came in and ruined it. And it's just so funny. The movie's really good. It's a really good movie. It's a cute, like, interesting little movie about like this little island called Guava Island.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's Childish Gambino and Rihanna.
Do you like the movie Home?
Oh, I love that movie. The music. Turn your face towards the sun.
I thought you would like
the
it.
Shadows.
I feel like if it was anyone else, you wouldn't like it. But the fact it's Rihanna, you
She can
love
do
it.
anything. She can do anything. As real as you and me. Oh my god, was in tears.
What?
I know you hate to think about it.
Because you genuinely thought it was Rihanna.
This is real as you and me.
You genuinely thought that was Rihanna getting taken away.
I did.
You did.
I literally, that bitch could do anything.
What is something that she would do that would make you go, ooh?
Do a song with JoJo Siwa.
Really? That's the worst thing she
I'd
could
be
do.
scared. Yeah, I think so. I mean, what else is she gonna do? I have actually just heard a rumor today that
From who?
From the internet, that she is, and this is probably, I'm sure this is fake, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
You're gonna manifest it.
Because, because mark it, if when this album comes out, that, we're going to be like,
offline.
oh my God, we were right. I heard a rumor that Rihanna's on Gaga's new album.
Ooh, I love that.
If that's true, I'm going to fucking faint.
Surely she wouldn't, like before she released her new album.
Because, like, could you imagine her being on Gaga's album and people being like, I'm really excited, but we wanted Telephone Part 2 with Beyonce. Is she going to do Telephone Part 2 with Rihanna instead?
Surely not. I don't think Gaga works like that.
Gaga did say in an interview when she was promoting the movie that announced this new album, because they were like, we all thought you were going to be on Cowboy Carter and it was going to be like Telephone Part 2 and all that. And she's like, whenever Beyonce calls, I answer. Basically saying like, she didn't call me for Cowboy Carter, but like if she like...
I could not picture Lady Gaga being on Cowboy Carter though.
Yeah,
Maybe she'll be on the Rock album.
Would live.
Would cream.
Would also be happy though if Beyonce just jumped on Gaga's new album and did Telephone Part 2 because it would fit more the aesthetic.
Do you reckon
Because the
it'd
telephone video and song,
Oh,
so
eats.
iconic.
eats
Like,
every time?
beyond iconic.
Beyonce is the, like, incredible. You feel like a bad bitch, like, whipping your hair when you walk into that.
I fucking love that fucking video.
The video
I've
is
watched
so
that music
good.
video 50,000 times. You've been a very bad girl. A
Mm.
very, very bad girl, Gaga.
Wow.
So good.
You can recreate the whole
Honey
thing.
bee. That's what Gaga says.
You could recreate the whole thing.
She says it, and then there's like, you sure you want to do this? And she's like, what do you mean I'm sure? And she goes, well, you know what they say. Once you kill a cow, you got to make a burger.
Lady Moo
Fucking moo.
Beyonce and Lady
So
Moo.
fucking good. So good. Iconic. But
Okay,
let's move
sorry.
back over to Childish Gambino. But yeah, if you haven't seen the movie Guava Island,
I'm gonna
highly
watch it.
recommend watching that. It's a good film. Out of Vista, let's talk about this record. What did you think? We're doing the Out of Vista version, by the way. Just putting that out there in case people think we're going to do the old.
The same way I felt about not Awake in My Love, about because of the internet.
Because the internet,
Same way I sort of felt
Like, there's
about
songs
that.
you liked, but there was also songs you didn't like.
More songs I didn't like than songs I liked.
Yeah, right.
But a bit of chunks for everyone. It's like a cake. You can have
Yeah.
a slither or you can have the whole
He definitely
damn
has an album
slice.
that, like, I feel like I listen to it and there'll be songs I'll be like, I appreciate it, but it's not for me. But then there's songs on that same album that I'll go, I love this song.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's very that. Like, he'll do so many different things and he makes stuff that's, like, you know, not for everyone. So,
Period.
yeah. This is your turn to go first.
My tops. My number 5 is Time.
With Ariana.
Ariana on the track. They do not sound amazing together. Like, they're not my favorite pairing. But I like the song. My number 4 is To Be Hunted. My number 3 is Algorithm. My number 2 is Sweet Thing.
Featuring Summer Walker.
Featuring Summer Walker. Then my 1 is Philisabe.
Philisabe. Millennial Love.
Yeah, I love that song.
Slay Queen.
It's a good one.
I love that. Mine is different to
course.
yours. 5, is Final Church. I thought this was a good ending to the record. Number 4, Human Sacrifice. Love that. We love a human sacrifice. Big slay.
Who would you sacrifice? Oh my gosh, if you could sacrifice like any celebrity to like you sacrifice that celebrity and you go to like heaven and they go to hell, who are you sending to like save you?
To save me.
Like as in like
Oh,
you get to go up,
yeah,
they
yeah,
get
yeah.
to go down.
I mean, I just sort of like, I guess like Jojo Siwa.
Reckon.
Fuck Jojo Siwa. What are you talking about? Karma's a bitch.
You should have known.
And she
that.
should know that.
Did you see her tampon fall out in the music video?
I was just about to say that.
Surely that's not her tampon. Surely it's something
That's
else.
a publicity thing for sure.
You reckon?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
planted for sure.
Okay.
I reckon.
Because no way it just plops out like that. Like,
And also,
it's
no way they
suctioned
keep
in there.
no way they keep the footage in the video. This is what I'm saying. Like, they would have seen it and gone, okay, we're not keeping that.
But also, it's suctioned in there. How is that just falling out? Like, you must have a gaping hole, babe. It's true.
Gaping.
Gaping.
Oh,
Period. Gape that hole.
I love that for her. Number 3, Sweet Thing, featuring Summer Walker. Number 2, Time, featuring Ariana. And my favorite by far is Ada Vista. I really liked this song. This was the song that was added last minute to the record, and then he named the record after it. But I really like this song. It's really, really nice.
Cute.
What are your bottoms?
My bottoms is The Violence. Oh, Little Foot, Big Foot. And then Why Go to the Party?
Why do you go to the party?
Just sit on the couch, look at the dog and eat food.
So real.
Literally.
I love that. Yeah.
I go to the party for the food.
Amen.
You know, like if you're going to that friend's who had like the mum who cooked banging food, you're like, I'm about to get fucked up tonight. Like this is gonna be good as shit. Like
When you see them like pull out like the little Cheerios And fairy bread.
When they came out with anything just covered in tinfoil, you're like, oh my God, this is going to be fire.
You're like, this is gonna fucking eat, bitch.
Yeah.
I love that.
Watching the door, like waiting for her to slide it open. Yeah.
My number 3 is Algorithm. Number 2 for me is The Violence. And my number 1 is To Be Hunted.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't put any of yours in the bottom. No need to be rude.
So sorry. Just not for me. I'm surprised To Be Hunted was in yours.
Yeah.
Slay Queen. Let's move on to the new record. This record is called Bando Stone and the New World. This is going to also be a film, which I'm very intrigued to watch.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be watching it when it comes out. This album came out, or soundtrack came out on the 19th of July, 2024. Obviously, it's been out for literally less than a week for us filming this.
Literally like 4 days.
No accolades or certifications, no awards, nominations. Currently has 2 singles, Lithonia, which has hit 97 on the Billboard chart, and the new single In the Night featuring Georgia Smith and Amare. 9 features. This is his cherry bomb. Chloe Amare twice, Flo Milli, Georgia Smith, Legend, Yeet, Fouché, and Krungbin.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about screwing that up, but
So fine.
hard name to pronounce for me. And 17 tracks, and this is being announced to be the final Childish Gambino album, which if this is the final Childish Gambino album, I'm okay with it because it's a good record.
It's all right. Like, I find it's a bit random that, like, if you're going to go out with your last record being, like, a movie album, just a bit, like, random to me.
I mean, I guess,
But maybe, like, the movie will solidify something, you know?
Yeah, I feel like you need to watch the film before.
Maybe the character that Childish plays dies.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's singing, and then someone just shoots an arrow at him. And
Isn't the start of the film like a kid going, "Are we gonna die"?
I don't know.
Pretty sure he is. It's the start. There's definitely
Start
one
of
of the
the
songs.
song.
One of the songs on the album. There's definitely a part where a kid goes, Are we gonna die?" And he's like, "I don't know."
Yeah. Maybe it's like, oh my gosh, the person who kills Childish in the movie is like Donald Glover.
Maybe.
And then he starts rapping something. And it's like confirms that he's doing something, just not as childish.
I
Or
mean,
you swing over and he's in a booth.
I
doing
really
something.
fucking liked this record. I thought this record was really good. I thought this album was really like an encompassing of like everything he's done. So like you've got like heavy rap songs, and then you've got these really funky R&B songs, and you've got these really experimental tracks, and you've got like it feels like every album feels represented in the one record, which I really liked. And yeah, I fuck with this album heavy. But you know, let's do my top 5.
Yeah.
And tell you what my tops were. My number 5 for this record, Talk My Shit. Featuring Flo Milli and Amare. I love Flo Milli, by the way.
You do love
that
Flo
bitch
Milli.
fucking slaps.
Flo Milli shit.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Tell me you'll never wanna lose me. I love it. Have you listened to her remix with SZA on that?
Yeah.
So good.
It's good.
I love
and
that.
Cardi B.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's not in the equation for me. But you know, Slay Queen. Number 4. This song I feel like could move up higher because I've been listening to the song a lot more.
So you're the reason that it's going to move up more. Oh, as in, okay, never mind. Don't even worry.
I was like, what?
Don't stress.
No, but I feel like I put this at 4, and I'm gonna stick by it being 4 at the moment. But I do feel like the more I listen to this, the more it's gonna rise up higher in my list. Is In the Night, which features Georgia Smith and Amare. This song is really fucking catchy. Like,
Yeah.
in the night, I dream of you. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I fucking love this song.
You're going to absolutely scream when I tell you my opinion on this song.
You don't like it?
No, I like it, but just you wait.
Okay. Number 3 is Step Speech. I really liked this like little acoustic moment. It was really cute and fresh. Number 2, Lithonia. This song slaps. Nobody gives a fuck. Dun, dun. Oh, it's so good. I love this song. But my favorite by a long shot is the finale of the record, A Place Where Love Goes. I really like this song a lot. It is really cool. It's like the really deep rapping at the start, but then like his vocals on the chorus are just so beautiful. And like we just came to the party. We just wanna dance. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. Like this song comes on, I'm like, yes.
Yes, we do want to go to the party.
I
I do want to dance.
He loves the party. Every album has something to do with partying. Big
Yeah.
C. But yeah, no, A Place Where Love Goes. This is a really fucking good way to finish an album. And if this is the last record, great last song. Like, because if you're listening to his albums front to back and this is the very last song you hear of his career, wow, what a good way to finish it off.
Period. My number 5 is In the Night. I do really like this song. It sounds like SZA could have been on this song.
Oh, yeah.
And when I listened to it, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's this. I thought it was like SZA. I was like, this kind of sounds like SZA. Is it? And then I looked at it, I was like, this is not SZA.
It's Georgia Smith.
Yeah, I know.
I love Georgia Smith, though.
Yeah.
She's great.
I was like, this could be, I'm like, this almost sounds like it could have been SZA, but then SZA got scrapped. It gives that vibe.
Maybe. You
Maybe.
never know.
It
I
would
mean,
be
they're friends, so...
If it was SZA, it would probably be my number 1. Just to let you know,
But
Childish.
I think the song is...
It's
really,
nice. It's a good one.
It's like one of those songs, you know, like when you hear a song the first time and you go, okay, it's fine. And you're like, cool. And then you listen to it a second time and maybe a third. And then you start becoming really addicted to the song.
Yeah.
I feel like that's low-key what the song gives. It's got like something in it that makes you want to return to it.
Slay. My number 4 is Can You Feel Me?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is Talk My Shit. Number 2, A Place Where Love Goes. And then my number 1, which is my favorite, obviously, is Hearts Were Meant to Fly, the starting of the album. I love. It's such a good start of the album.
Yeah, it is good.
The start and the end was so good.
He
Nice
knows
little
how
song.
to open and end a record, though. I feel like this was a very strong like start and beginning, because like he could have started Hearts Were Meant to Fly was a good opener, because I remember I listened to Lithonia and I was like, as if this wasn't the first song, because it's number 2, and I was like, this is like either the opening or the finale of a record. Like Lithonia, it's very that it gives that like really grandiose sound, and then I heard the opening and ending, I was like, it's fine where it is. I was like, they're perfect openers and closers, but like when I heard it, I was like, this is like the most epic song that's probably going to be on the album. But no.
I thought it was all right. I liked Hearts Were Meant to Fly more. So when Lithonia came on, I was like,
Fair. Slay Queen. Well, number... No.
number
Bottoms.
no.
Help. My bottoms. Number 3, and this is... Like, I only really had 2 that I didn't love. So I put this one in purely on the title, because it makes me want to cringe every time I hear it, is Dadvocate. I didn't need a record called Dadvocate. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. I just like, it feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, I get you,
Number
babes.
2, We Are God was my number 2. Okay.
Continue on.
Slay Queen.
Yeah.
My least favorite by a long shot, Happy Survival.
You're going to cream. We got the same.
Exact same 3.
Exact same 3. In the exact same order.
No way.
Yes.
Happy Survival was the weakest song. And I'm so glad A Place Where Love Goes came right after it, because after I listened to that, I was like, there's still another song. Sort of be like, okay, I'm ready for this record to end. And then I heard this, I was like, oh, it's okay.
Survival.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm okay with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of songs I actually was like really sad when in my top 5, because I was like, I really liked Cruisin' with Yeet. I loved the use of I think it's a gecko, or it's a certain animal is like right in the back of the song in the production, and it's really interesting to me. I also really liked the Fouché song, Running Around. I loved that. I really like Fouché. She's really slay. And there was one other one. What was the other song? Oh, Survive with Chloe, like Chloe Bailey. Loved that.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit...
How random, we were just talking about her.
I know.
Yeah.
She's so slay. I love her. She's like Beyonce's little protege. 2 things about this record, though, that I am sad about. I'm going to put these out here first. There was a song that was originally meant to have Kanye on it that got cut from the record. Really sad about that.
Understandable.
But really sad about that. We all wanted it. And there was also another song that he previewed literally only the week before the record came out with Fouché and Steve Lacy. And it sounded really good. And then it got cut in a week off the record.
Maybe there'll be a deluxe.
I'm hoping so. Because I love Steve Lacy. And, you know, I was like really excited for that. And then I was like, what the fuck is the Steve Lacy
Hello?
song? I saw Fouché and I was like, maybe Steve Lacy's like just backing vocals. And then he wasn't there. And I was like,
The gecko was there instead.
that was, yeah.
They replaced Steve Lacy with the gecko.
They went, you know what? Fuck Steve Lacy. You know who'd really fucking eat? A gecko. Period. I fuck with that. It's giving Dadvocate vibes, bitch. I love that. Well, with that being said, I mean, I can't believe we got at the same top three. That's kind of shaking me. Bottom three, that.
Yeah.
Shaking me a little bit to the core there. What is your top record?
Camp.
Yeah, mine is almost. I'm gonna say my favorite is Because the Internet. I love Camp a lot, and Bonfire is. I was like really tossing up on the way here which one I was gonna choose, but I'm gonna do Miss Because the Internet because I would return to that record the most. Bottom.
Awaken, my love.
I agree with you.
It's good.
It's
good.
a good record. Don't get me wrong. It is the record out of the 5 I would probably return to the least.
I'm never returning to it.
I will return to it for like Redbone and Terrified.
Just Redbone, yeah.
Yeah, but like the rest, like, you know, it's just the record that doesn't, it's not the one that excites me the most. Like, even out of Vista, there's songs I'm like, oh, I could return to that. Like, you know, Slay Queen. What era are you in?
I don't know. Because I feel like the eras are not really like erroring. You know what I mean? Like, there's not like distinctive eras of Childish.
I'm gonna say Camp.
Fair. Let's just say Bando, because my
Bando
life
Stone.
is just a movie,
Slay
and we're
Queen.
living in this plot line. Let's hope we don't get to the part where I don't know if I'm gonna survive or not. Let's hope we don't get to Dadvocate era.
Ooh, that's gonna really.
I'm just in my Firefly era.
Slay Queen. So yeah,
Yeah.
I love. So I'm guessing Firefly was your favorite song out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Slay. I love that. So now that you've listened to all of Childish's music, what do you think about Childish Gambino?
I like Camp and some Bando, and that's it.
Slay Queen.
I like his voice on more rappier, fun dance songs, but also that is just my style of music. So I would like anyone in that style of music.
Yeah, fair enough.
Who would you want to see him collab with? I mean, he might not again, but
I mean, SZA would be really cool because they've worked together on other things.
in music videos.
And so I'd be here to see that. I mean, if we're thinking of other people, I think him and Kendrick would work really well together. I know I keep saying the same people, but like, you know, this is who I want.
Kanye would have ate.
Kanye, FKA Twigs would be really slay. I would have said Beyonce, but they've worked together.
On what?
Well, they were in The Lion King together. But she
Who did
released
he play?
Simba.
Really?
He was the main character.
I actually never went and saw it live, like in movies or anything.
Well, yeah. But then Beyonce put out Lion King The Gift, if you remember. He's on a song with her and Jay-Z called Mood Forever. So slay. So they've already done that. So, you know, he doesn't have to
do that.
He doesn't have to. He's already swimming in that Beyonce collab, girl.
Yeah.
There's like a
He's got a whole
pool.
movie.
There's a pool, I believe, in Beyonce's house that just has all of her collaborators swimming in it, and it's an honor to be there.
Oh, yeah. Like they're locked up at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She collects them. So stay tuned for SZA going into that pool.
Her and Sexy Red are just standing in the corner.
If Beyonce does a collab with Sexy Red, I'm gonna be upset. Girl, I love you.
You're my everything. Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
But she's like, girl, I love you.
You're my everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, actually, that kind of me. I'd fuck with that. I'd love that. But with that being said, do you have a word for our next artist that we're doing next week?
No.
Awesome. Love that.
I think I have, it's not a word, it's like a phrase. Not a phrase, like
Okay.
It's a bit rogue, but HBO.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say British.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, British. I'm going to say that. So, yes, feel free to think about who we're going to be doing next week.
HBO British.
Slay. But with that being said, obviously, if you liked our this episode,
Our voices.
please give us a like or rating depending on where you're listening or viewing. And make sure you go listen to Childish Gambino.
Go listen to Camp. Go listen to Firefly and Pop Your Puss.
And also go watch the Bonfire video. Listen to the new Bando Stone record. Watch
Guava
Guava Island.
I'm going to go watch that.
Yeah, that movie eats. I love that movie.
I'm going to watch it.
Oh my God. You better message me when you finish watching it.
Okay.
I want to know what you think of it. It's really good.
I actually hated it.
Rihanna looks fucking slay in the
Is she in a
movie.
bikini? Because it's an island. Like, surely.
Probably at some point. It's been a long time since I watched it.
Okay.
But there's a part that I will never forget of her like in a crowd with this like massive blue, like neon blue veil over her. And she looks so beautiful. So,
Awaken my love vibes.
yeah. But yeah,
Ew.
she's serving, bitch. But she doesn't sing it all in the fucking movie.
And you're
She doesn't
pissed.
sing it all in the movie. But he's singing the whole time. Oh, fuck my life.
Is it him just singing, or is it an actual like movie? Do they
No,
talk?
it's a film. There's like parts obviously where they sing and stuff.
Okay.
Like This Is America. I think he plays and he just feels like summer and like summertime magic and stuff.
Slay.
I think that's the song he sings at her when she's meant to sing, and everyone thought maybe there was like a remix of Summertime Magic and everyone was gonna like lose it. No. She was like, no.
She just kept walking.
Inside, she was going, lift me up,
Yeah.
hold me down.
That is a rogue just single that she let out.
She put that out for the Black Panther film and then yeeted herself away again. And I was like, okay,
Must have been so
we've
much
all
money.
waited. And I'm not kidding. I almost veered off the road listening to that song, like sobbing my eyes out crying because it was the first song she'd put out in like 8 years. But that's a big but. And she also has another song she put out for Black Panther at that same time called Born Again, which was also just a throwaway track. I need a fucking pussy poppin' bad bitch song from that bitch. I want another fucking Consideration. I want another Pour It Up. I want another Fresh Out the Runway.
Disturbia.
I need it.
Oh, there's a song that I've been vibing with Rihanna lately. I'm breaking dishes.
I've been here all night. I ain't gonna stop until
Yeah.
I see police lights.
Yeah.
Good Girl Gone Bad era. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That era. I can't wait till we talk about the Rihanna eras. You guys are going to be so shook by my fucking answers because no one's going to expect them.
Oh,
they're
okay.
they're so rogue.
They're gonna be so
But
far away.
but my answers are coming from a diehard fan. So like,
Wow.
you know, yeah.
It's the only right answer.
Yes. It's the only right answer. Everyone else's answers are anti Rihanna.
Oh wow. Okay. So I'll just be copying off you the whole day. I'm scared.
Good.
Anyways.
We'll be doing that probably in 2027.
2029 when she
out.
releases it.
Love it. I hope it's next year. She said that she's back in the studio again, so I'm hoping it's next year.
It's
But
just whenever she feels like
look,
it.
we'll probably end up. I reckon eventually we're gonna get tired of waiting and just do a Rihanna episode anyway.
Yeah.
It definitely would be a two-parter. 'cause
Let's
she's
just
got
do
8
it, then she
albums.
releases it a week later.
Honestly, I'd be like,
Redo.
I'd be like, delete the episode. We're going back in.
Run it back.
Run it fucking back, bitch. No, we'd probably need a whole episode just for the one album alone because I'd need to talk about every track in very big detail.
Oh gosh.
You're like, oh.
Save me.
I need to break every single piece of that record down. I've been waiting for it for years, bitch. But with that being said, if you liked us, follow us on TikTok and Instagram at What Era Podcasts.
Yes. And subscribe on YouTube. And
And on Spotify.
on Spotify.
Yes.
And yes, we love you. We'll see you next week.
And Slay.
Bye.
Bye.